normal back four. Cape Town said first time this season with Mashego returning, and Keegan Dolly is the skipper. Remember, pressure mounting at Cape Town City after a very poor start to the campaign. And for Arthur Zwane as well, he knows he needs to convince the fans of his potential as coach, having lost quite heavily in their last away game at Mamelodi Sundowns. Stage is set, Brian Mate. This should be a good one.
The best lessons are learned the hard way. When they lost against Sundowns, there was a way of learning how strong they are, which departments to strengthen. And perhaps now it's time to implement certain lessons learned.
Game underway here at the Cape Town Stadium. City in action just 3 days after that draw with Stellenbosch. They'll be playing again on Saturday against AmaZulu in the MTN 8 quarter-final. However, that game at the Athlone Stadium. Kaizer Chiefs, having flown directly here on Sunday from Durban, will be going home tomorrow, but they'll be coming down to the Cape again on Saturday on the eve of Sunday's MTN 8 match against Stellenbosch. So 2 successive trips, matches in the Cape, I should say, for Amakosi against City, and then Stellenbosch taking the place of Bruce Vuma after that horror match.
Experience of Kaizer as well on the right-hand side. That's a good start.
Gonzalez delivers. Here comes an opportunity. Good clearance from Chiefs. Mokeke with a touch. Ambina. Mokeke wants it back. Gonzalez sitting high here on the right-hand side, and Mashego just taking up a place at centre-back for the moment to allow... He's there, chance at the back post! Gonzalez! Cape Town City in the lead inside the opening 5 minutes, and Gonzalez scores for a second successive game.
Now, earlier on, like seconds ago, Mark, you were saying that Gonzalez is sticking on the right-hand side, and there he is making that run onto the far side. I guess something was saying to him, according to our game plan, I'm going to stick onto the left-hand side. The expectations were a cross needs to come. This is how it happens. The build-up. Look at Gonzalez. He's making that run. He was on the right-hand side. The first touch was so exquisite. The timing of that run from Gonzalez didn't disappoint. Now you look at the defense of Kaizer Chiefs. All of them ball watching, not even aware that Gonzalez was sneaking in on that far side. A man that started on the right-hand side scores on the left-hand side.
Well, Tamian Kaizer had a wonderful first touch there. He was up very high. They're looking to attack in these early stages. They've come out with ambition, Cape Town City. They might be a little under pressure. Scratching his head, the coach.
So now the question is, what is it that they are better off in the early stages, Chiefs? Because on set pieces, they are not convincing at all in terms of the organization at the back so far.
Well, Lekay looked to get in the way of Phillies there, looked to get in the way of Fasika. Maybe a bit more communication amongst the home players on that set piece. That was a golden chance.
You're right. But then when it is a set piece, no better time to communicate. Whoever gets the opportunity, you go for it. It's played onto the near post, drilled it with some pace.
Now with... Sitebe with Frosler.
I'll tell you what the problem is so far in terms of Chiefs. They're not able to switch off, to switch play. Kamabina has been trained, let's try and switch it. There's so much congestion in the midfield. This is the sort of play they've got to come up with. Try and switch play. Make those runs, try and stick into, behind the City's defense, particularly the wing backs.
Now Nglobo finds Dolly. Having a look at what his options are. Dolly with a nice little pass on to Billiat. Fouled by Ambina. Now, Umbina might be in a bit of trouble here. Smile on his face, just a little warning from the referee.
He's been the most fouled Kaizer Chiefs player in this couple of period. Get him some special attention there. Good first touch. He seems to be on fire, but making it difficult for him. Frustration for Billiat. One other game on tonight, Swallows FC against Sekhukhune United. That's goalless at the moment as Dolly drills the left footer well over the top. He wants a response for his team. I think so far they're just going through the motions. They just need to come down and get their structure right, regain their confidence, try and regain possession.
Well, Masheko's lost none of his energy after that meniscus operation, given away to Kudaman, and now the flag up from the linesman against Masheko.
Was the ball out or was it a foul? No, that's Masheko.
Well, the challenge.
Yeah, the challenge from behind, but then he goes. Still followed by Masheko. Now this is a foul. Good referee, nothing wrong with that.
So Billiat to take the set piece. Kaizer Chiefs have got numbers inside that area, 5 in fact. Perhaps the City defenders look a little taller. This is played short to Solomons, and Keat will collect comfortably. 2 live matches on your World of Champions tomorrow with Mamelodi Sundowns against Stellenbosch. That's a driving forward down the left-hand side, looking for Gonzalez. Needs a good cross. Back post, Lakay. Back in again. Not sure what Mayo was trying there on the deck.
He'll have to explain to her. Look at that noticeable moment of embarrassment on his part. Even Eriksson slipped on the side of it.
Well, they all see the funny side. It is a missed opportunity, though, for the home team. Great build-up again, and you can see what impact Masheko makes immediately on his return.
But Mark, you look at the distance that he had to run, and the Chiefs' defense were just waiting. I mean, he gets into that area. No one is actually making it difficult for him. He goes over that Chiefs midfield into the defense. It should be a worrying factor.
This was that earlier chance of Mayo. Maybe we could get an explanation from him sometime in the future. Look at Mayo, look at Gonzalez, onside. Here comes the cross. Lakay did well, play it back. Now back line again, the chance. Left-footed effort from Kudaman is over the top. In the opening 20 minutes, Cape Town City.
Well, the invitation is there.
Has made a huge save here. So close.
Very close. But then you have players that are playing with smile. You know, the City players have got smile on their faces in terms of how they play. They're dominating aerially.
Oh, that's super work by the defender.
Super work. That's noble.
Lakay denied on his debut. Mayo misses from point-blank range with the rebound. Of numbers, takes on Gezana, gets the free kick. And there might be some trouble here for the defender.
Yes, there is.
First caution of the game.
Their weaknesses are being exposed. They lost possession and they got outnumbered. And the only best thing that he could have done, he's done now, Gezana, is to commit a foul. And it's always tricky when you have a player right-footed cutting inside, when you yourself are also a right-footed player. The best way to do it, take one for the team, commit a foul, regroup, but it puts him under pressure after this.
It's his second booking of the season as well in 4 and a bit games. Stadium continues to fill up here. Over 20,000 expected today for this match. Mr. Kamala's got the magic spray out. They've got Gonzalez with the left and Mayo as well. Another excellent chance for City. Mayo will take it. Drives it low. Ambina, is he going to have a crack? He goes wide to him. Kaizer. Short ball looking for Fasika. And he's going to settle for the throw-in. Came off. Well, that's a level for the home side. Gonzalez looking to take the throw. In the meantime, let's just have a look at this lovely little flick on there by Billiard. Not often he wins one in the air.
I understand what he wanted to do, but he also had what we thought is the best option. Take a chance.
So, Kaizer Chiefs visiting Cape Town. First time this week. They've got another one later on. Wade Lakay beaten to that by Ngobo. Chiefs trailing here by a goal to nil. Now Mayo to the byline. Mayo with a ball across. Turn on the left foot. And Lakay has put that over the top. He's had chances for a goal on his full debut here.
The freedom to bypass Chiefs on the right-hand side, on their left-hand side, bringing across. The time to bring the ball down. And you can see Gezarade doesn't want to commit. And Lakay just couldn't get that one on target, but it's just freedom for each and every Cape City player when they're in possession.
Straight down the middle from Quinica, and Billiat was muscled out of that. Here's Mayo and Kaizer down the line. Lovely football here. Hudeman now. Ball in from Kaizer. Look at the running there from the veteran. He's got... Well, it's going to be a free kick against them, Kaizer, for a little bit of a shoulder charge. It did look a little deliberate. Disappointment there for Eric Tinkler. A bit of a smile from Kaizer. Maybe just a little bit more than the shoulder charge here, Brian. Look at that. It's just leading a little bit with the elbow.
He did. You're right. I agree with you. It's definitely a foul.
Lovely running, though, from Kaizer, who... he's 34 years old. Looks like he's 19 the way he's been moving since he's returned from injury. Missed the first couple of matches of the campaign. Fasika slips.
We did talk about the condition of that field. Very slippery, very soft on the foot.
City are not happy with the pitch conditions here at the Cape Town Stadium, and they'll be playing the MTN 8 on Saturday at Athlone, where the pitches are much better. They played there last week Tuesday night against Maritzburg. Athlone is going to be their home for a while now, because they've got the World Rugby Sevens coming up here. Justin Bieber's coming here as well, so your bet on what the grass looks like is anyone's guess.
You sound like you bought the tickets. The way you have such a calendar of Justin Bieber, it's like you bought the tickets.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't. And I think I might just give it a miss, to be honest. That's Hudeman. With respect to the young man. Here's Mayo. Sekota, a little slip again from Billiat. Sitebe in the middle. That's a little dangerous from Nange, but eventually no advantage for Gonzalez.
He's normally the player to give those forward passes, but he's had to. This looks very dangerous. He's had to focus on defensive duties. Looks a bit frustrated as well, but it's such a Nange. Things are not working out. Sitebe, Pajusetonange. It's not working out to play, to link up with Keegan Doley and Kama Billiard.
Lakay on the charge here. Quinica is the defender. Valiant effort there from Lakay. Did he hurt himself in the process?
Seems okay.
Mokeke. Kuderman. Lots of confidence. Kuderman, he was the captain of the Diski team for several seasons at City. He's been in the first team squad for 3 seasons now. Mokeke. Lekay. Mayo with a challenge. The idea to play it out wide to Gonzalez. Up goes Masheko. Dolly wins this one. Billiat. Billiat gets it to Sekota. Now Mashiane coming down the left. Sitebe. Keat collects comfortably. Slips badly on this wet surface.
The much better move. The rotation of the ball was good. Switching of that play. That's positive. That's positive. That's an improvement. More of that from Chiefs.
Pasika. Straight down the middle now for Lekay. Peterson hesitated for a moment, then he saw his opportunity.
It still looked dangerous because it's played just behind the 2 centre backs. And it takes this man, Peterson, to come out and bail them out. You can see the congestion, the dominance in that midfield, but the chances as well. City continue to dominate.
Good challenge from Mokeke. And Kaizer, he's sold the goalkeeper short here. Keith does well. Throw-in's been taken quickly by Chiefs, looking to take advantage. There's a lot of slipping on this pitch now, both sides. Billiat, Dolly. Dolly again. Mayo. Well, the body language is not good between the coach and the players.
No, it can't be, and I understand, because Chiefs look so disjointed, and sometimes the simplest thing they want to make them difficult. I saw King and Dolly with 2 options in front of him, wanted to play a most difficult pass.
Mokeke gets himself out of a bit of a jam, and Kaizer back to goalkeeper Keat. Looking for Gonzalez. Last touch of Solomon's. Gizana. Nobo. Well, we're heading towards half-time. It's been a match, I should say, with a lot of chances. Much more than an average PSL encounter, that's for sure. Lots of excitement for the fans here.
Good tempo as well. You know, if you look at the goal that City scored, the strength on this right-hand side and the left as well.
There's Mayo now. Masheko, acres of space for him, finds Gonzalez. Inside to Ambina. Strength of Ambina. Is that a penalty?
Yeah, no.
Goal kick.
Goal kick. He was just taking his chance there because the defender was on the wrong side. It's a difficult ball because if you look at Solomon's, there was every reason for him to become desperate because the man that is supposed to be marking and keeping him on the right-hand side has already now made inroads into that box.
Solomon's under pressure. Ambina just biting at his heels. Possession turned over. The pressing here from Cape Town City is stripping possession from Kaizer Chiefs.
But the system allows them to do that because they've packed up that midfield. There's so much congestion because Coach Eric spoke about the short passing game that Chiefs plays, and that is why he's congested that midfield. There's no space for Sitebe, Patrice Jonange. The strength has been on the left through the center, and you have a bit of Kaizer as well, who will sneak in on this right hand side, supported by Wade Lakay.
Battling away with Sitebe, a little bump on the head. Well, the home team will be delighted with this first half performance. Could well have been in a comfortable lead by now. Eric Tinkler insisting they need just one good game to turn it all around after failing to win in their opening 5 league matches of the season. So that sort of error from Ambina could prove costly. Now, Bilyat on the chase, being watched by Fasika. Sitebe, inside here, Nange, nice little interception by Mokeke. Finds Gonzalez, he's going to take on Solomons. Still Gonzalez, free kick here.
They don't seem to have an answer. They resort to these sort of measures to stop him. He's such a quick player, very skillful as well, Gonzalez.
That was a fair challenge.
Yes, but then he realized
then he got him.
I didn't get him. Let me go for him again.
There's Masheko. Gonzalez, Hudeman, Lakay in the middle, Mayo at the back post. Here's the cross, Sitebe clears. Gonzalez, Ambina, and Kaizer. He looks at options, drives this low. Fasika, they're getting to all the second balls first are Cape Town City. Nice skill from Mayo. Ambina looking for the shots. That's a corner.
This is not their half, it's the half they would want to forget, Chiefs. Structurally, they're so disjointed. They don't look convincing. And when it happens to the goalkeeper as well, your last line of defense, it takes a deflection, a huge deflection from Opatu Sejonange.
Gonzalez again, right-footed. Phillies. Now the counter. Sekota's got pace. Ambina made an excellent tackle.
Solid defensively, influential going forward, gets into the right areas as well, possibilities of taking a shot. This is a tackle you have to get right, and the fact that he's a right-footed player, he gets it right with his left foot.
It's no coincidence that Cape Town City had that splendid run in the second half of the season. Ambina arrived in the January transfer window. He was a colossus as they went from outside the top 8 all the way up to runners-up position at the end of the season and booked themselves a Champions League place.
He's got different qualities that he brings into the team. We just saw his defensive qualities, but the ability, I think he can still do more in terms of scoring goals because he gets himself into these good positions.
Keep now. Clearance will be picked up by Quinika, Fasika, Nobo and Mayo. He felt he was pushed in the back and then just seemed to stop for a second. Throw in City. A minute to play plus a minute stoppage time we hear. looking to play out the rest of the half here. And be careful, Cape Town City, they don't find themselves dispossessed and give Chiefs an opportunity just before the break.
Well, again, 1-0 not the safest lead. They've dominated possession, they've created chances. It could be a different second half.
Well, there'll be an opportunity for Arthur Zwane to certainly try and change things around and get some flow into his team. I'm sure Kaizer will be absolutely delighted. Perhaps with every aspect of the game except the finishing.
You're right. It's the finishing. Every aspect defensively, they've dominated. Midfield-wise, the high press has worked. They've gotten the ball into the danger area for defenders and the goalkeeper. But he's going to come out and dominate, and he certainly did that.
Mayo2 and Kaizer just hoofing that straight up. That's the last kick of the half. So the goal from Darwin Gonzalez inside 5 minutes gave Cape Town City the early lead. Brian Mate, it might well have been 2 or 3.
You're absolutely right. But for Chiefs, it's a question of they need to do some searching, soul searching, because they look so disjointed from defense into midfield. Strike force, they've been so blunt. And I can understand that, Boss Berat. I hope it is the type of Boss Berat that aims to better things in the second half.
Well, down the tunnel the staff go, waiting for the players to join them. It is Cape Town City in the lead here at half-time at the Cape Town Stadium in the DS.
If you like nice things at a nice price, you'll love Nazo Meals. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
A sporting event of inestimable global significance.
From the West and the South.
On behalf of Africa,
Africa is rising to take on the world. Witness the grace, the skill, and the spectacle. In pursuit of the highest honor. The FIFA Women's World Cup from 20th July to 20th August. Live on your World of Champions Super Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by Santam, insurance good and proper. And powered by Hollywood Bets.
And this, the 4th Sportsman's Warehouse Premier Inter-Schools of 2023.
Rugby still at its brilliant best.
Oh, what a blouse of a try! What a brilliant score that is! That is absolutely brilliant!
Expect the best of the Premier Inter-Schools action only on Channel
Premiership action live here on your World of Champions. Gonzalez, the goal scorer, City, the leaders. They have found Kaizer Chiefs hard to break down over the last 5 years, having failed to beat them at home in any of Chiefs' last 5 visits down here to the Mother City. Could all change here tonight. It's been a dominant performance from Cape Town City, but they have just the tenuous 1-goal lead. Let's see what answer Chiefs have got here in the second half. Let's ask Brian Mate what he thinks might transpire here after the break.
All of that, it depends on what Arthur said to his players and the response from his players in the second half. They need to do more.
So Chiefs get us underway here at the start of the second half. There are no changes on either side. We saw Mashiani coming on after 26 minutes for an injured Reeve Frosler on the left-hand side of the Kaizer Chiefs defence. Darren Keep will get an early touch here, courtesy of Ingobo's stray pass. Teams are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. City making several changes coming into this game, including a surprise start for Goedeman, a return for Mashego, and a full debut for Lekay. 2 changes for Chiefs after they won at Richards Bay on Saturday, with Nange into the midfield for the suspended Mart, and Ngazana restored to the defence. Phillies now. There's 3 players to get past. Finds Gonzalez fairly easily. It's taken away eventually though. Let's see what Chiefs can do. Here's Sitebe. Left-footed pass, and Kaizer doesn't get to it. And Darren Keep does the cleaning up. That was a mistake, uncharacteristic from the skipper. Might well have opened the door there for Kaizer Chiefs.
Better approach. They're pushing numbers forwards. It's a good sign. It's a good start for Chiefs to get that ball into the danger areas. Look at how they win that possession. Continue. Look at the numbers they have. Look at where they get the ball into the danger area. More like it. Early stages, they're showing good intentions.
Positive sign there for Kaizer Chiefs at the start of this half. Keats to the rescue for the home team. Now back with the live action. Here is Mayo trying to tease his way through. Can he get a square pass? And it's going to be a goal kick. Mayo looks somewhat bemused by that call, but the linesman and referee concur. Ngobo making a challenge.
Step over there. Yeah, it came off him. It came off his knee. So it's a good call by the assistant and the referee.
It's a horrible ball for Solomons here on the right. Terence Mashego has had Mark van Heerden deputising for him on the left-hand side of City's defence. Nange, Mashego, miss kick, and Keep will wait for the backspin here.
Now, because of the fact that they don't have a Nurkovic who would have provided them an option in terms of playing aerially, they've got to try and knock it around. They can't play any high balls, Chiefs, to try and play from a second ball. They don't have the personnel to be able to do that.
Through the legs of Gonzalez from Solomons there. One back in the middle by the hard man Ambina. Now Dolly. Sitebe knocked on by Nange. This is Sekota. Oh, lovely shot. Equally good save from Keats. Snap effort there. Kaizer Chiefs just remind the home side of their potential.
They're camping in cities of better football.
Sekota one more time. And the crowd are looking for a penalty. Not any of the Chiefs players, must be said. Here's Dolly. Goedeman losing out there.
Guess who's doing the high press now?
Yes.
In stages, it is Chiefs.
Chiefs' last penalty against Richards Bay was certainly the subject of some debate. Not given on this occasion here. Dolly. And Kaizer finds Mayo. Ball one back as Quinica goes forward. Billiat. Phillies doesn't clear at the first attempt and puts his team in trouble. Here is a chance for Billiat. And Mayo shows the defenders how to do it. Knocks it out. Lekay, Peterson, Gonzalez. Looking for a bit of support and hit his hand. That was a little unlucky. There's the handball, right in front of the ref as well. Five minutes gone. It's been a bright start here to the second half from Chiefs. Sekota just a little too strong there.
I'm looking at Kigandoli saying, let's stay up here.
Now, was this a penalty or not? Mashego on Sekota?
My response, no. That's going to be too soft.
What was interesting was not a single Chiefs player, not even Sekota, who was bundled down, appealed, but the crowd went absolutely crazy here, looking for something for the side. Obviously, the majority of fans in the house backing Kaizer Chiefs.
Well, they're trailing 1-0, so far they want the team to respond, and I think from a playing or style, the better performance in the second half. It's a good start.
This is to Solomons.
Not the best pass at all from Patrice Zonange. Normally good with the forward passes.
Solomons, Dolly. Phillies with a foul. Now City just looking a little less confident than they were in that very strong first half. They've come out of the blocks here in the second half, perhaps just going into their shell a little.
All because Chiefs have sort of repackaged themselves and put their best foot forward, a much more offensive in their approach. The high press seems to be working, no time on the ball. They winning the battle in that midfield in the early stages of the second half. It's been a good start so far for Chiefs.
Rare set piece for them though. They haven't won a corner in this game yet. Now let's see what they can do from the free kick. In from Solomons, headed away by Mokeke. The long range shot from Quinica is miscued, or from Nange rather, was a miscue. Here's Dolly. Solomons again with Dolly, and now with Quinica. And there are a lot of the big men high up the field, and they're under a bit of a threat if City could launch something on the counter, but Chiefs are keeping the ball with Mashiani now. Sekota gets it inside. Billiat. That's more defensive than attacking. It's going to be a goal kick.
Positive football, good passing, improvising there. Tight angle, but he gets the cross right. You can see what Kama wanted to do. Didn't open that foot as wide as he wanted to try and place it, but it's a good cross by Sekota.
Keith gets a little bit of a warning here for time wasting. To Fasika. Remember the old days when you took a goal kick and you had to clear it out of the penalty area? That's long gone, of course.
It's all changed, like this.
In your day, you wouldn't have been allowed to be in that penalty box and receive it from the goalkeeper like that.
No.
Free kick here for Kaizer Chiefs again. Another opportunity. Bright start to this half from the visitors. Just 2 seasons ago, they won 4-1 here against Cape Town City.
To show for it, and they got punished for that.
2 Chiefs players have been booked in this game. That's Goedemans off balance, and again a little too hasty. Gets himself into good positions, then a rush of blood to the head.
Comes with maturity.
Referee was in the way there, but Mbina still got the ball ahead of Matlu, and an excellent pass to Mayo. Mayo switches it. Gonzalez here in the penalty box, teasing, looking for an opportunity. Miscue. And Quinica, not for the first time in this game, turns it narrowly wide of his own goal.
The most frustrating ball for defenders to deal with, Mark, is an in-swing. It doesn't matter whether it comes from a cross or just picked from this distance. It's the most difficult ball to clear. If you don't get it right, it's going to be a spectacular own goal.
To be fair, there was nowhere near the goal from Quinica. Unusual clearance, but clearance effective nevertheless. Here's Mayo. Header from Goedeman. Mayo. Clearance from Gezana. Now the counter. Here's Dolly. They're steaming forward. Solomon's in support. He's got Billiard on the far side. That's too strong, and Keith will make the save. Dolly with the follow-up. Dolly towards the back post, and it's headed away by Fasika. Cleared off the line. Sitebe might have a crack here. Still Sitebe. Cleared by Mashego. Another Chiefs player coming forward. This is Quinica. He loses out. Now Goedeman finds Mbina. Chance for the counter to Mayo. Mayo on goal. It's a tight angle. Waiting for support. Mbina at the back post. Well, it was a good idea from Mayo. Perhaps a little too strong. Mbina has got the corner. No. Peterson's kept it in play. Tired bodies now for City in particular. Remember, this is their 6th game of the season. Inside the month. Basically 20 days. They've been playing one every 3 days since the campaign began.
Well, the captain is down, Kaizer. Seems to be struggling with something. Could be hamstring as well, or cramps.
Well, Keats knocked us into touch so that Kaizer can get some treatment. Well, they were R100 a ticket here tonight. Cape Town City charging the fans. This is the prime fixture of the year for them in terms of numbers. And are they getting value for their $100? I think entertainment-wise possibly, but if you're a Chiefs fan and your side is trailing by 2, I don't think you're going to be all that pleased.
No, they won't be pleased.
Fasika clearing.
It just shows the organization as well. I mean, the goalkeeper was off position, and then the clearance by Fasika. Jules, where are you? There's a fan out there. Jules, Asip, leave, man. Asip, leave.
She's a team player. She will certainly do it.
Team spirit.
Cape Town City about to make 3 changes. Eric Tinkler rolling the dice a little bit, although he's going to be bringing on some of these more experienced players. In fact, 3 players who all were in the starting lineup against Stellenbosch on Saturday. Van Heerden, Datsane, and also Craig Martin. Young Ngobo is also standing by to come on. Mashiani away from Fasika. Some tired legs there. Had the game on Saturday, as did Cape Town City, it might be added. Chiefs have played 1 game less. Keats getting a yellow for time wasting. It's always the lot of a goalkeeper in the final 10 minutes. Those do begin to add up though, and by the end of the season you'll miss a game or 2 with suspension. They've got Bongani and Pandle signed or re-signed. They let him go at the end of the last campaign. They brought him back with Hugo Marks departing as the cover for Keith this season. He's a former Maritzburg goalkeeper. Noble, lovely ball. Mashiane to the middle, and Gonzalez concedes the corner. Looks across at the bench, and his teammates with a bit of a wry smile to say, not exactly what I meant to do, but all's well at the moment.
I have nothing against Mashiane going down the line, but when you play that cross, who are you playing it to?
Keith collects, that's a good save.
Kamabediak had delayed a little bit, just peeled off. Find him.
Martin. The pass was intended for Mayo, cut out by Ngobo. Chiefs have the throw-in. Fans are staying. Maybe they feel their team can get something here in the closing stages. Lodada and Bender are the last two to come on. Bender for Mayo. And I'm not sure Lodada's coming on for. My guess would be Gonzalez. Or Lekay, maybe. Yeah, Lekay. The two strikers are off. So Eric Tinkler has brought out the lock and the key and the chain and just tightening it all up.
Well, it's going to try and play it safe. It looks like it's in the back, but we know that the formula in football is not over yet until final whistle. But so far so good for Cape Town City.
It'll be a happy week for City, maybe not for Keats with that yellow, but if they can take all the points here, they'll go into the game against AmaZulu in the Cup on Saturday in good mood. Remember, AmaZulu top of the league table. They play tomorrow against Golden Arrows in the eThekwini derby. The yellow has already been booked this season. Handball. Taken short here. Referee got in the way. Yeah, looking for Bender. And referee Kumalo is standing for no time wasting here. He is going to book Mokeke. We've had 3 yellows in the last 6 minutes for Cape Town City. Keat, Martin and Mokeke. Keat and Mokeke for time wasting, Martin for a silly handball. It was not so much the challenge, but the fact that he kicked this ball away afterwards, after the whistle had sounded.
You have a City team that means business. They know what was up against.
With Bender, who was offside. So, well, that might just be the last bit of play anyway. As Mr. Dlamini puts his flag up. 4 minutes of stoppage time played. Final whistle then from referee Kumalo. Kaizer Chiefs, he's only ever lost 3 of 21 matches as a coach. Against wrap up from Brian Mate.
He spoke about them playing with intensity. He got that, Coach Eric. They started off quite well. They got the goal that Betters Mo scored in the first half, scored again in the second half. For Chiefs, they'll look at this entire match and say the 15 minutes of the second half looked better, but the rest, they were so disjointed. Lots of work still to be done.
Well, disappointment for Keegan Dolly. And for the likes of Solomons, there's a fairly large Cape contingent in the Chiefs squad, and would have enjoyed playing here in their home city with presumably family and friends in the crowd, but no reward for them. Most importantly, though, Cape Town City, it's taken them 6 games, but they register their first win. It's a huge morale booster, as you can expect, for the club. And only the second clean sheet of the season as well for Eric Tinkler and his team. Final score here, Gonzalez and Fasika with the goals, City with 2, Chiefs with 0.
Premier Soccer League is proud to present football entertainment at its best. The DSTV Premiership. Electrifying, energetic, thrilling, sensational. The DSTV Premiership. Babize Onge.